The following are the reasons that Dogo's family feel cheated and slighted. They felt that the church lied to them about 4 or 5 things they were told by the church, but the reality proved otherwise. And that's exactly why they're so concerned and raising public attention to this. First, they were told that Dogo died in the surgery. When they got there, they saw Dogo bleeding. By the time they eventually found Dogo, he was bleeding, but there was no sign of blood stain at the place where he was said to have fallen in the circular. So they felt something is not connecting. Two, they told them that they took Dogo to hospital. They got to the hospital. The hospital claimed Dogo was never brought to that place. Three, they said the body was in the mortuary as of the time they came to inform the family at 4 a.m. and they carried on with the service. So the family waited till morning and they discovered eventually that the body was never taken to any mortuary but was rather in the church while they carried on with service. That was like about 2 hours after they were told the body was in the mortuary. They found the body was actually in the church there while they carried on with the service. Number four, they claimed that the body drowned in that soakaway. By the time they checked the water level in that soakaway, it was just barely a foot. And Dogo is even taller than the entire soakaway itself. Number five, they claimed that Dogo used a ladder to climb into the soakaway, to climb down. And that manhole, however, cannot contain both the ladder and a human being. It's just a manhole. So it will only contain Dogo alone or contain the ladder alone. You can't contain the two of them. Number six, Dogo is said to be a professional with pumping machine and pipes. So there was no way he could have ignored his machine and pipes and go into the sockeway because he just needed to put the pipes in and drain it out with a pump if there was any such thing as blockage. So all of those are the reasons the family felt no, the church isn't telling us the truth. So they decided to look to ask questions that yes, we understand Dogo is dead, but the church didn't tell us the truth, and that's why they are angry. So, but for the church, they felt that the family wasn't patient enough. Perhaps they were trying to just calm people down by creating the stories they gave the family and the community about what happened. But all of these things, by the time people looked at it, when I interviewed people, I visited the church, when I interviewed people there, most of them do not really want their faces to show, but they just said nobody in that street, on that street, nobody believed the church story. Nobody believed anything the church said. Nobody. Everybody said no. None of the things it said can be true. So now, while it is not right to attack the church for this sake, it may just be an accident. But what type of accident could it be? The church needs to really come out and tell the truth. We saw the sockaway. The sockaway is just at the front of the church. It's outside. It's not at the back. It's not hidden. It's outside. So there's no way somebody could be, and you will not see. The church has population, sizable population of people who were in that vigil. And there was no way such could happen. And so even the pipes he brought to the scene, according to a neighbor who went there, he said the pipes were still bonded together. He has not even untied the pipes. He hasn't untied the pipes to start working, meaning that he probably had not even started work when whatever happened to him happened. Now, this is not to say church knows about the death. It is not to say he was killed. All we need here is that we do not want bickering between the church, the community, and the family. We just want a way to resolve it peacefully. And how do we do this? Truth. Now, autopsy is one of the things that will help us unravel this. We are already making arrangements to see how the autopsy would be an uncontestable one, so that the family can have somebody representing why they are, a pathologist representing why they are carrying out the autopsy. We are also working to make sure that the police is assisted with enough information. We are also working to make sure that the church also has a way of reconciling with the family. We don't want bickering. We don't want a situation where Dogo's children will grow up and anytime they walk in front of a church, they just remember and it triggers some in memory and they just become angry all over again. We don't want such. We want a situation where they will feel, oh, this is the truth of what happened. Even if it was an accident, the type of accident reported by the church is still not believed by the community and the family. So, which is where the grouse is, and that is what we simply want to resolve. So, our own mission here, by joining in this investigation, is to make sure that the truth is established. Just the truth. It's not a persecution mission. It is a mission to uncover what actually happened, and it will do everybody a lot of good if uh, those who know the truth can just state it clearly and let everybody move on. The church and the family can reconcile again and everything can come back to normal. But um, the church, the family will perceive injustice, cheat, they will perceive unfairness if what they are told is what is maintained. So we just have to get the details out, squeeze out the details of everything, and let the family feel relieved. Because they will be going about with grief if the truth is not told, or if they are not convinced as to what they are told. So autopsy is one major event we are now waiting for, but we don't just want it to happen. We want it to happen in a way that the outcome will be so convincing to the family, which is where the public support will be needed. It's not going to be easy. It costs a lot going to Highland and coming back as a team because things are expensive now, and it also costs a lot to bring the family down every time. And these trips will be repeated many times until these issues are over. We just want the truth, and that's all. So both the church, the family, the community, they are needed to cooperate on just getting the truth. No bickering. We are doing everything we can. In my own personal capacity, I'm doing a lot to make sure that the family doesn't see the church as evil. We are also trying to make sure that the church doesn't see it as the family is trying to attack them. They've always been friends and neighbors until now that this incident occurred. So we just want to make sure that whatever happened, the truth as to what occurred is brought out, and the family feels placated, they feel relieved, and the church also understands, and the two of them can just be at the table together, discuss things, and where apology is necessary, apologize and all that. But the story sold so far is not trickling. The family is not accepting it. The community itself is not. Even because I interviewed people in the community, many do not believe the story told by the church. Many do, on that street. Many do not believe the story told by the church. So that is where we are. Lots of works are going on underneath because people are texting, calling, and asking questions. So that is why this clarification is needed. It's just an explainer, okay? A lot of people believe because I don't go to church or mosque, they feel I hate. I don't hate. My wife goes to church. My family members go to church, and I don't discourage them. I only always tell them to be careful because things happen not only in the church but everywhere. That's all. So, but I am not interested in demonizing the church, and I'm also not interested in helping anybody cover up whatever may have happened. I'm only interested in helping the truth to come to surface, and that's all. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all.